I'll see what it is, man. Living my life, getting ready for the summer. I don't know what it is, man. Oh, y'all, it's Monday, man. It's Tuesday, man. Feels like it's Monday. Yeah. So we got rain last night, y'all. Boy, it's gonna be a beautiful day, man. It doesn't seem like it's very humid yet, but the sun really just now coming out above the damn trees. It was real foggy a while ago, so. We're getting a little bit of a later start because it was so foggy earlier, and we got a pretty good bit on the list. I don't know, man. Maybe 800, something like that. I'm looking at the whole week, though, really. I'm not really just looking at, today. I'm looking at the whole week being, around 5,000, something like that. That's where we need to be anyway. But the weeks are a little more leveled off. We're doing good though. Somebody's finna catch a case, ain't it? But Toby's behind me in the other truck. We're gonna go down here and do the Marathon gas station and the Mexican restaurant. And we need to do Seavey Street, and then we got to go out to the interstate, man. So I'm not sure exactly. I got a lot of other ones that we could probably do today if it's not too wet. So I had to kind of, when I put the list together, that's kind of what I'm thinking, And you got to be able to, move things around a little bit, adjust things. Like, I didn't want to do any of the ones in my neighborhood this morning because it's so wet. But I know I can go down here and do this marathon and the Mexican restaurant. It's nice flat ground. It's out in the sun, so it'll be drying up. Having Chucky out here and the ability to do other stuff, is critical if you're me, right? Because I'm not just dedicated to the lawn care, even though the lawn care is everything that started the business. It's not all that I do, and in my area, to make the most money, I think you need to be able to do a lot of you need to do more than just lawn maintenance and bush trimming and stuff like that. You need to be able to do other stuff, or have the ability to make top dollar out here, to make the most money. So yeah, things a little bit different today. We're going this way, and then we're going that way. We're going to end up in the neighborhood. I got two in the neighborhood that we could do. I just didn't want to do them this morning with school being out. Now we can, well, the traffic's a lot lighter in the morning, period. You can actually get more work done, actually, because there's no traffic. And you'd be surprised at how the traffic and school being in or out, what the difference is in your timing and everything. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. So, something, I mean, if you save 10 minutes between every job, you're, and you're doing 10 a day, that's 100 minutes. So that's an hour and a half. That's, that's 2 more properties that you can do. So at least that's how I think anyway. But then you got to throw in all the little variables that the rain that we had. We had a flash flood last night, man. It rained for about It rained solid for about an hour, just pouring. I mean, really a lot of rain. And you gotta love that if you're me, because that will, please don't hit that. There's a little turtle trying to cross the road right there. But if you're, you know, when it rains like that, that's guaranteed money, man. The kind of rain that we've had is perfect, because it rained at night and in the evening, and you know, in the late afternoon. That's where you want to be, right? That's exactly where you want to be. So because that guarantees you money for the next rotation, right? All right, y'all, so we got those two done. We're not doing great on time, but we started a little bit late because, like I was saying earlier, we got those two done. So that's 130, a 60 and a 70. And I already sent him to a 90 that's right here too. We're gonna do that one too. And then he's gonna meet me over at, I mean, come on, y'all. At some other ones. I gotta text him and tell him what to do. So, and what I do normally is I'll kind of mark down the time of everything that we start and everything. Not that I'm keeping, you know, a time clock on my guy or nothing, because I'm paying him. I ain't paying him by the hour. But I like to kind of know, you got to know how much work you can do in this amount of time, given the conditions of the day, because every day is a little bit different condition-wise. Rain, holidays, traffic, you know, all kinds of, you know, things that, well, that make it a little bit different, you know. So it's 9:40, and we're headed. He's already probably halfway done with that 90 over there, and then he's going to come out here where I'm at, and I'm going to text him and tell him to come on out here. And it's a little bit off, but we need to do the ones that we can do today while they're all wet and shit. Some of the ones we just simply can't do. So basically what I did is I flip-flopped some of the route. What we were supposed to do today, I moved to tomorrow, some of them. And then the ones from tomorrow, I moved to today, some of them. And then I'm just going to incorporate whatever we need to do to make that it makes sense. Because tomorrow we're going to be right over here where we're going now. But otherwise, if I stayed on this route, we would not be able to get done with this route because of how wet it is. Two properties hold water. Nothing worse than going to a property and not being able to do it because of, you know, weather and all. We did pick up another customer that Toby knew. There's an empty property too, so man, that's sweet. I gotta look at the list, y'all. I'll be back. So imagine being so poor that you have to work on holiday. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Or if you want to get ahead in life, sometimes you have to strive to do more, right? That's me, overachiever. I ain't broke. I mean, I don't think. Last I checked, I wasn't broke. You gotta look at it too like this too. I mean, for real. I know most people that, well, a lot of people that watch the videos, they hate their job, and that's what it is to them. It's work. It's a job. It's something they dread. It's their whole life is in the dreaded mindset of hitting the clock, hating their job, hating the whole process of getting up and going to their job, hating all that. Not to mention probably not making enough money either. Imagine if all that went away and I look as forward to going to work as I would going to the lake. I mean, it's not like work to me. I mean, it's almost shameful, you know, to call it work in my mindset. We know it's work and we know people has to do something, but I embrace it. I don't, you know, I'm not trying to figure out a way not to work. I like working. I enjoy working. It makes me happy, right? It does, right? So, for the guys that want to come at me, just, you know, just hating because they hate their job and they hate, you know, punching that clock, and they hate the whole logistics of punching the clock, and, you know, well, they hate what they do. They hate their job, which, you know, in life, we spend a big part of our life at our job. See, my life and my work all run hand in hand. It's all gravy. It's all the same. There's no cutoff, right? There's not. I'm okay with that. I'm good. So, to somebody that, well, hates their job, that, you know, it's probably a lot more of a challenge to do what I do. Because I'm coming from a place that I love my job. I love my work. I love my life. I do. I really, really, really do. I love being in control of everything, you know? So just keep on hating, and I'll keep on making, and I'll keep on earning, and you keep on hating, and, you know, you can go look in the mirror at how sad your life is because you hate it so much, you know. Sorry for you, man. I really am. Deuces. I'm headed to the, we got the two last ones in my neighborhood. It's 1:15, so we should be done around 2:15. And we're right next to the neighborhood. I mean, I'm not but about a mile from my house, so that's the way I like to do it. I like to go farthest away and then work my way back home. Of course, you know, I don't want to go far at all. If I could do just all the yards in my neighborhood and they pay good, that'd be cool. But yeah, I love my job. Shit, sweet. Why do folks come at Ray like that, man? Why do they do that? Do I give off vibes of being poor? I mean, maybe I do. I don't know, man. I don't know what it's like to be rich, so I guess to a rich person, I'm probably pretty poor. I don't feel like I'm poor, but I don't know. Well, this grass is growing fast, man. The kind of weather we've been having, it makes it where this grass just takes off, man, and it don't even matter what kind of grass, man. All the water that we've been getting, I love it, man. It's rained, well, it's rained for every day. The last couple of days, maybe not for long, but it rained Saturday, it rained Sunday night, it rained Monday night. Shit, love it, man. You know, not much of a video today. You know, it's starting to get a little hot now. You know, and don't want to take the time to. We don't have the patience, man. That you have, you know. Quick story, y'all. So y'all remember I did a brush cutting job in my neighborhood for one of my neighbors, an elder. She's elderly, but she got plenty of sense. And I charged her $1,600, and she paid me $12, and she was gonna pay me $100 a month, right? No, January, February, March, and April. So she owed me $400. She paid $12, and then the rest of it was going to be $100 a month. And I agreed to that, no problem. You know, she lives right here. I know she's my regular lawn customer, so you know. So she did good. She paid me January, paid me February, paid me March, right around the 20th of each month. But then in April, she didn't give me nothing, right? And I ain't said anything, but I haven't really deep looked either, because I'm telling you, when you do everything that I do, sometimes you forget stuff. you know, because I'm doing all the accounts receivable, accounts payable, paying all the bills, depositing all the money, and all that. So I knew that she didn't pay me in April. I got an invoice that says she didn't. Because when people pay me, I run it through my software. That's what I do. So, and my software keeps reminding me that this is, you know, 30 days out. You know, 15 days out, and then 30 days out, and then it'll go on to 45 or 60 or 90 or whatever. And I get a text message and an email, right, just telling me this stuff, right, automatic. So, well, today she called me. She says, "Hey Ray, you think you guys did one of you guys weed eat and hit one of my little solar lights? You know, the little cheap ones, a couple bucks each, you know, you buy 20 of them at Home Depot for 30 bucks or whatever. And they're real fragile. And people always put them, and then they want you to weed eat around them, and then they wonder why they get broke. So, I said, well, yeah, sometimes, you know, wind gets them, they get rained on, they get, I mean, you know, she was crying about us breaking one of her solar lights. I didn't know that we did it at the time. I had no idea, right? But that prompted me in my head, you know, about the $100. And so while she was complaining about that to me at her house just now, I asked her about the $100. And she says, well, oh no, I paid all that. And I'm like, no, I don't think you did. But I always portray it when I'm confronting a customer about money, especially when I know it's their mistake. I know it is. I know she didn't pay me because this is, I mean, yeah, I know she didn't. So, of course, I don't tell her that. What I tell her is my books are saying that you still owe me, and they are. It's not a lie. But you don't want to hardcore confront a customer, especially an elderly lady. She probably just forgot, you know. That's what I'm thinking. And but she don't know that she forgot. So she says, well, let me go check, Ray, and I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay, but I already know I didn't get a check on around the 20th of April. So she comes back out with her checkbook and she says, see, I paid it here, and you know, January, and it shows February, and then it shows March, and then all of a sudden there's no transactions for April, none. She says, oh, that's my other book, let me go get my other book. And I'm like, okay. Then she's fumbling around trying to find her other book, or other register, I guess. Why she would have January, February, and March's register right there with her checkbook, but not have April's. April's registered somewhere else. Why is that? I don't know, that doesn't make sense. You see, that doesn't make sense to me. I think the old lady was trying to beat me, y'all. I think she realized that she didn't pay me, and she just wasn't gonna say nothing. And she thinks since I'm such a chuck in a trot that I don't keep up with nothing. Let me tell y'all, I keep up with the money, man. Chuck, whatever you want to call me. Chuck keeps up with the bread. So, so when she couldn't show me April's register, and she couldn't find it, of course I'm waiting, you know, and so she went on to pay me for the lawn and everything, and her brother's lawn today. And what you have to do sometimes, you got to give people an out without insulting them, right? Especially the older generation. So I gave her an out. This is the way I worded it too. I said, you know, it could be my mistake. I said, but if you didn't, but I don't think it is. I don't think I received a check for April, and it would have been around April the 20th. That's when she gets her check. So I would have got my check around that time. And I told her, I said, well, if you find that you didn't write the check, and I know she didn't, you could just put it with the lawn money on the next trip. That gives her 2 weeks to come up with $100 is basically what I'm saying. Because she living that close to being broke, I guess. I don't know. Where 100, she says she doesn't, you know, that if she wrote me a check for $100 today, that I had to hold it until the 20th of June. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Let's just go on and get it where I can close it up in my books, and I got the money, right? And then I'll just deposit it, you know, on the 20th of June. But she said, well, can I write you a check? She said, I'm going to continue to look. Yeah, right. And can I just write you a check for the lawns, her brother and hers, and then the $100 on the next cut, which is 2 weeks, which is going to put us around the 14th or 15th, something like that. So I said, sure, no problem. I said, and I even threw in, I might be wrong, but she knew that I knew, and she knew that I knew that she knew. So sometimes you have to, you know, and I don't think she was trying to beat me until she realized that she didn't pay me, and then I think she was trying to save face. And I don't care nothing about, you know, embarrassing her or anything like that. I just want the $100, man. And if I didn't get it, it wouldn't make or break me. But I don't do work for free, and I don't agree to credit somebody and not get the money. A lot of guys might come, well, man, she's poor, man. She ain't got no money. But she shouldn't have hired me then. You know, you don't hire me, and she's a regular customer of mine. You don't hire me and make a deal with me on this, and that. And I spend 2 days over there for $1,600, man. 2 days, 2 full days over there. So anyway, that's my story. We'll see what I'll get the money on the next trip either way. So that's good. It's hot as hell. I'm finna go get in the pool and kick it with my dog. Deuces. Deuce.